It's easy to think a $550 camera and a $199 one don't belong in the same sentence. And it's interesting about putting two cameras from opposite ends of the market next to each other. On one side, we've got the Insta360 X5, the refined, feature-packed Pro tool. And on the other, the Akaso 360, lighter, simpler, and far more approachable. So, if both can film everything around you, what really separates them once you start shooting? Let's see what happens when these two go head-to-head, how they compare in build, usability, and the stories they help you tell. Now, starting with design, the X5 instantly gives that sense of trust. It's compact, but carries a reassuring density at around 200 grams, and there's purpose in how it's built. The reinforced lens rings, the optical coating that doubles scratch resistance over the X4, and the small steel mesh wind guard that subtly hints at thought-out engineering. And then there's the replaceable lens kit, which might sound minor, but makes a real difference. You can swap damaged glass yourself with the included tools, something that adds long-term confidence for anyone who shoots outdoors often. By contrast, the Akaso 360 feels more casual, but no less intentional. It's lighter at 180 grams, with a soft, straightforward design that makes it feel instantly familiar, even if you've never handled a 360 camera before. It's weatherproof straight out of the box, which keeps you covered for light rain or dusty trails. It may not dive 15 meters deep like the X5, but for everyday adventures, it's perfectly capable. So while one feels engineered for endurance, the other feels designed for ease. Both very different approaches, but each makes sense for its audience. And once you start using the screens, those differences continue. The X5's 2.5-inch display feels like a real upgrade, bright, tall, and finally spacious enough to navigate settings or frame a shot comfortably. The interface flows naturally. Nothing feels buried. Meanwhile, Akaso's smaller 2.29-inch display keeps things quick. You turn it on, swipe once, and you're ready to record. There's no delay or confusion, which is exactly what a beginner-friendly camera should offer. However, the real personality of both cameras comes through in their apps. The Insta360 app feels like a complete creative space, not just an accessory. You get AI framing tools, smooth clip previews, and even cloud backup through Insta360 Plus. Everything feels tied together. The Akaso app, on the other hand, trims away the extras. You open it, connect instantly, and start editing with smart clip templates. There's no sign-up, no fuss. And while it's not built for deep editing, it's fast, simple, and reliable. Now, when we talk about image quality, the gap between these two starts to show, but not in a way that makes either one irrelevant. The X5's dual 1x1 0.28-inch sensors are a huge step forward, shooting full 8K 360-degree video at 30 frames per second, super sampled from 11K. It delivers depth and clarity that remain even after reframing down to 4K. The result feels cinematic without trying too hard. Akaso's dual half-inch 48-megapixel sensors are smaller, yet still impressive for the price. It shoots 5.7K 360-degree at 30 frames per second, producing clean and punchy footage in good light. Sure, the X5 holds more information in highlights and shadows, but Akaso's image feels honest, bright, natural, and easy to work with straight out of camera. It doesn't need as much post-work, which suits casual creators perfectly. And when it comes to photos, both cameras hit that 72-megapixel mark, but the X5's sensor advantage and image pipeline produce better tonal range and color depth, especially in complex lighting. The Akaso's images are sharp, but highlights can clip faster, and shadows lose a bit of detail. Moving into low light, this is where the X5 really shows its edge. Its upgraded pure video mode uses AI frame blending to cut noise while keeping detail intact. It's the kind of low light performance that feels confident, realistic tones, steady contrast, and none of that plastic smoothing we often see in smaller sensors. Akaso holds up better than you might expect. Its DNG8RAW photo mode captures cleaner stills, and while its video struggles a bit in dim scenes, it's still usable for moderate light. But if night scenes or low-light vlogs are your thing, the X5 is clearly a more reliable partner. Now stabilization. That's where both have something to say. Insta360's flow state stabilization remains one of the best in class, and even handheld, it smooths motion naturally without flattening the scene. On top of that, the new immersive shake mode adds a bit of movement back in, which gives footage a more grounded, real-world feel. Meanwhile, Akaso's 360-degree super smooth and horizon steady modes hold their own for lighter use, so footage from hikes or bike rides looks balanced and clean. However, fast movement can introduce slight softening, yet considering its price, it still performs far better than expected. What Akaso nails, though, is accessibility. Its 1/4-inch mounting point is compatible with standard tripods and accessories, and it's ready for quick swaps. The invisible selfie stick works well too. It disappears cleanly, creating that floating effect without extra setup. For travel or social clips, it's an easy way to get cinematic results with minimal effort. The X5 puts a lot of thought into audio. Its WindGuard system and the new Mic Air accessory take recording flexibility to a new level. Mic Air snaps magnetically to your shirt and connects wirelessly without any bulky receiver. It's small, lightweight, and genuinely practical for vlogging or documentary-style shooting. Akaso goes simpler but still functional. You get 2 microphones with a windshield design that keeps wind noise in check. It records in stereo, and for most outdoor scenes, the audio stays balanced. It's not as refined or directional as the X5 setup, but for casual talking shots or travel logs, it's good enough and easy to manage. Battery life is another story of scale. The X5's 2,400 mAh pack lasts around 90 minutes at 8K, and endurance mode doubles that. With 30-watt fast charging, you can hit 80% in 20 minutes, which makes it easy to stay moving through a full day. And Akaso uses 1,350 mAh batteries that last roughly an hour at 5.7K, but include spares and a charging case in the kit. You just swap and continue. It's not high-end, but it's easy, and that matters more than raw numbers for casual shooters. And finally, when we look at their workflows, both reflect their core philosophy. The X5's app and studio software feel like a creative ecosystem. You can reframe later, apply AI edits, or even upload straight to the cloud with Insta360 The editing flow feels purposeful. From recording to sharing, everything connects seamlessly. Akaso keeps it light. Smart Clip and Stats Dashboard help you build quick edits with overlays. And since it doesn't demand accounts or subscriptions, it feels refreshingly direct. It's more about speed and ease than deep control, but for most users, that's exactly what they want. When you put all that together, the difference in price starts to make sense. The Insta360 X5 sits around $549, a professional investment that gives you depth, longevity, and software growth. The Akaso 360 comes in at $199, and while it doesn't chase pro specs, it absolutely nails the balance of capability and cost. So, it's not about which one wins. The X5 shows what 360 cameras can achieve when every detail matters, while the Akaso proves that creative tools don't need to be complicated or expensive to deliver something worthwhile. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Both let you capture your world in full, from every angle, just through 2 very different philosophies. One feels built to perfect the craft, the other to make it easy for anyone to start. Either way, both remind us that storytelling in 360 isn't just about specs. It's about seeing more of the story you're already in.